So here's the other part of the dash, the other half of it, passenger side. I've got one coat of fiberglass on there, all the way around, backside and front. And so it's completely encapsulated in fiberglass. And I sanded it, and then I just put another coat of resin on it. So that's all on there wet right now, so I'll have to leave that till tomorrow now. Let it set up, and I'll give it a quick sand just to knock the high spots off of it. And then the top, because it's horizontal, it's I think it's going to be pretty good. It won't need much. I'm not too concerned about down in those valleys there, because that's going to get a piece of eighth inch or quarter inch oak in there, like as an inset. So I'm not too worried about that being perfectly flat, all the you know, body finished or whatever. But this all these edges here will have to be. So I'm gonna have to do that. And this, of course, this front face here is can't get it on there as thick, or it just wants to run off. So I can that'll need a coat of filler. Probably going to need one more coat of that, or one more quart of that short strand fiberglass filler. I've got a little bit left, but I don't know if there's enough there or not. Probably not. Anyway, it's coming along. Still undecided on that gloss black. I guess I'll shoot this the same color, and then if I grow into it, then I'll keep it. If not, then I'll just repaint it in a satin black. At this point, I'm thinking it's just a little bit too shiny, but I might change my mind. Not like that hasn't happened before. Anyways, that's my little update for now. Alright, so here's another little progression update on this dash here. I got the passenger side part all fiberglass, and some of the first coat of filler on it, and then I just shot a coat of flat black on it I can use as a guide coat. So I'll needs a little more filler, and basically all that'll just get all sanded off and show me the high and low spots and whatnot. Same as I did with this one, this side. And then I'll do the same over here. So just a little progression update kind of thing. And I'll make another one when I get a little farther along. Alright, so we're getting a little bit farther on this dash piece here. I've got pretty much all filled and sanded out. I just put a guide coat on it just to see where we're at. Just waiting for that to dry for a couple of minutes, and then I'll sand that off with some 150 grit. And I think there's a few spots that need a little bit more filler, but just little tiny little spots. So it's coming along, and I think I got to go grab some more the textured coating, and then some more paint, because I don't think I have enough paint. But anyways, it's coming along. And here we are a little bit later, just fitting it, making sure that it's going to fit. Has a nice, make sure it has a nice fit between the two pieces here, and it does. So I can pull this all out of here and paint it. Alright, there's another little update. Got the second half of the dash all painted. It's extremely fresh. I can hardly ever wait for paint to dry cure properly before I install stuff. So, but it's all got to come out of there again. Anyways, to do the heater and whatnot, but it's that's what it's going to look like. Anyways. One step closer. Got the panel that was under the driver's side of the dash down in the shop. Got fiberglass, and I'm making some got to finish that part off yet that goes underneath there. Anyway, and then I'll start making the dash panels, the aluminum panels that go in there. I'll do that probably tomorrow. Okay, so another just quick little update. Just building the dash panels. I don't have hinges right at the moment, so I just got them taped. That's where the hinge will be. I'll get piano hinges for that. I haven't done that one yet. I'll do that tomorrow. It's getting late, and so I'll continue with that tomorrow. Not really sure how I'm going to finish this yet. I have some wood grain adhesive, you know, whatever you want to call it, a decal that I may put over it. I was thinking about engine turning it, but that's a lot of work. My brother says, why don't you just leave it brushed? But I'm not sure if I like it that bright, so I haven't decided yet. So anyway, that is where we're at. Alright, so now it's back on the bus. Just to test fit everything. Make sure I'm not moving anything around and making it not fit. I don't know if I can get back in here far enough to show it or not, but I built a little filler around the back of the dash. Same height, same everything as what I did on this side. And just kind of fills that empty panel back in there. I can't get the phone. I think I can get the camera back in there, but anyway, you'll have to take my word for it. So I just wanted to check, make sure that fit, which it does. So I will fiberglass that up tomorrow, and then that gives me an edge, this edge here around the back of the dash, that I can screw the back of the dash into as well. Plus that gives me a surface to mount the defrosters on. At least that's what I'm thinking anyways. I'll have to see when I actually have them here whether they'll fit back in there. They'll fit here okay. On this side, I don't know if there's enough room on that side. I might have to mount them to the back of the dash or something, blown onto the windshield. I don't know. We'll see when they get here. They should be here next week, this coming week, like so. Yeah, I'll see whether they fit or not. Plus the gauges, a bunch of the gauges, and now they're all coming too. So they should be here next week. So I will start installing gauges into that panel. So here's the piece I made up to that I was talking about last night, that goes in behind the dash to up to the windshield. So the dash will sit up against this edge here, and that'll give me a place to screw into all along here to hold this end of the dash down. I'll screw and glue this to the steel part of the dash, and then I'll screw the dash to this, as well as along the front. So anyways, I'm just getting ready to throw some fiberglass on it and go from there. So the other that other panel I was making up down in the shop, fiberglass is curing. I just brought the dash back up and dropped it back in place. I made up the third dash insert panel today, and I ordered some bits and pieces to try my hand at engine turning. So I don't know how it'll work out, but I'm going to try and engine turn this all this aluminum. So we'll see how that goes. I have never done it, but I watched some videos on YouTube, and it's, you know, I've seen a guy do it, and it's not rocket science, but it, you know, it is to make it look right. It's fairly you got to be fairly accurate. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to give it a try. If it doesn't work out, I'll come up with another plan. It's just aluminum, and it's just you know, it's just swirl marks in the aluminum. So if it doesn't work out, I can sand it off again. But hopefully it'll work out. I'm hoping it's not too bright, but I think it'll be all right. Anyway, go from there. And this panel here goes under. I took off. It goes. The dash panel hinges off of it. I'm going to sand all that off of it, brush it, and then engine turn that too, or at least attempt to. So see how it all goes. The all the stuff won't be here for a week or so, so the heater will be here next week, you know, during the week. So I will I'll start on that, get that all installed, and then when the engine turn, and I think I'm going to wait on drilling the holes for all the gauges and switches and whatnot. I think it'll be easier to engine turn the panels and then cut the holes. Not positive that that's really necessary, but I think I kind of have a sneaking hunch it'll be easier. So anyway, that's it for now. Okay, so as you'd seen on one of the previous little segments, I had drawn the gauge arrangement up in CorelDRAW. So now that I've got the dash panel and everything in there, I printed this at actual size on onto just letter size paper, and then I had to just did it in however many 4 sections I think it was, and then taped it all together so it fits on there, and I can see what it actually looks like on the dash, and everything is looking good, except for, I think what I'm going to do is take the ignition and starter buttons and move them down onto this lower panel here. This is hinged, this is not, and the reason I'm going to do that is because this is angled so much. I mean, it's probably just nitpicky, but because this is angled, if you have a bunch of keys on there, I think it's going to sit and, you know, just rub against the aluminum, and if I engine turn it, it'll scuff it up. So, you know, that's one of the advantages of being able to do this. You can kind of figure that kind of stuff out ahead of time, rather than, you know, do it like you originally figure and then run into this problem later. So anyways, that's what I'm thinking, and maybe it wouldn't matter, but you know, I can do whatever I want at this point. So I think I'm going to move them down to there, There's the center panel where all the gauge or the switches are. There's the cruise control, and so there'll be 2 switches in there. I only have a couple of these little stainless engraved pieces here so far, but I'll get for all the switches. Those are for $359, $379 Peterbilt. So I'll get more of those. And now that I've got this kind of on here, and I moved the wiper controls over onto this panel. I did have them on here, moved them over to here. Gives a little more room. And I think what I'm going to do is move this vent up so that it's up a little higher. Have the room for it, and I think it'll just look a little bit better. So it's one of the advantages of being able to do this. So anyway, that's where I'm at for now. Didn't get a whole lot done today, but all the parts are supposed to show up tomorrow, so I can start doing the heater install and installing some of these cages. So the other thing I'm going to do is all of these in Corel Draw, I can tell this circle here that I want it to be whatever size I want, 1/16 of an inch or less, whatever. And what it does is it puts it, a 1/16 inch dot or whatever size you want directly in the center of that. So it just shrinks the circle down to whatever size you want, but it doesn't move the position. So what I'm going to do is do that, and I'll print these again, and then I can use that to center punch the center of each of these to then I can put this whole thing into the drill press and drill all the holes. So that's kind of handy. Same thing over here. You like the spacing, so I can just take these, drop them down to 1/16 inch, center punch all these holes, and then go ahead and drill them. Makes spacing out a lot nicer. Anyways, that's it for now. Again. And there's a quick view of it from a little farther back. So kind of give you an idea of what it'll all look like. Hopefully it'll be okay. So a bunch of my components came in today. That's the heater, air conditioner assembly, vintage air. It's the vintage air control unit. Oops, I guess I got it upside down. Anyway, it doesn't really matter, I guess, but that's what it looks like, heat and air. And that will mount in the dash, obviously. Bunch of the gauges showed up, not all of them, but all the ones I ordered. And a head unit. Tiny little thing. Some Chinese no-name brand that I have never heard of, but has good reviews, so we'll give it a try. What else? I got additional defroster duct kits, a couple of them. The heater comes with one set, but like one pair. But I want to put, those are big windshields, so I think I'm going to put 2 on each side. So I got a couple extras to be able to do that. And I don't have the tack or speedo yet, but I also got this Dakota Digital GPS speedometer drive, and it'll run the cruise control as well. So yeah, that, and then there's an external antenna on it. It'll go somewhere here. There it is. This will go. I'll run that out, mount it up on the roof on the outside somewhere. Anyways, and this is kind of cool. It has a little computer in it that, so if you're going through a tunnel and you lose GPS signal, it's supposed to it has a what do you call it, an accelerometer in it, so it can tell if you're accelerating or decelerating, and your speedometer will, and cruise control will it'll compensate for, like, you won't, your cruise control won't kick out and your speedometer won't drop. So it keeps them running until you get out the other side of the tunnel, or if you get in behind some trees or big buildings in a city or something, and you have a spotty GPS signal. It'll basically, I don't know how to explain it. It's supposed to kind of even that out. So it'll continue operating until it requires GPS signal again, and then it'll update it, and so hopefully that'll work a little bit better than just having. And speedometer is not that big of a deal if it drops out, but a cruise control, it that would be more of an inconvenience. So thought I'd give this a try and see how it goes. Anyways, and I believe, I'm not positive, I have to look at the instructions yet, but it looks like it has a temperature sensor too, so I'm not really sure what that's all about. But anyway, I have an electric speedometer coming, so that'll drive that, and yeah, that's about it. So I'm taking the dash all apart here. All these pieces out, they're all done and finished and worked, and everything's good there. So I'm going to pull them all out and start installing the heater. I just had it all wired up on the, just sitting here, and turned everything on, and I checked all the controls, made sure everything worked before I go install it. That all does. So I'm going to start tearing all this apart. I think I'll end this video here and start a new one with the heater install. This one's getting long enough, I think. So yeah, so I'll end this one, and we'll start another one.